When we talk about what breaks a marriage, what are the usual suspects? Most folks will point to cheating, a lack of communication, or maybe growing apart over the years. We see it on TV, we hear it from our friends, and we read about it in magazines. These are the big, loud problems that get all the attention. They are the dramatic, obvious storms that can sink a relationship. But let me tell you, there's another threat out there, one that's a lot quieter, but just as deadly. It's a silent epidemic that is tearing families apart from the inside out, and most people don't even see it coming until it's too late. This hidden threat is what we call financial infidelity. It doesn't involve a secret lover in the traditional sense, but the betrayal can feel just as deep, if not deeper. It's a type of cheating that happens with credit cards instead of secret phone calls, and with hidden bank accounts instead of late-night rendezvous. It's a betrayal of trust that strikes at the very core of the partnership you promised to build together. You think your biggest problem is arguing over what to watch on TV? You might be missing the financial iceberg just below the surface, ready to rip the hull out of your marriage and leave you sinking in a sea of debt and distrust. Think about it. Your marriage is supposed to be a team effort. Your partners, a two-person team navigating life's challenges together. You share a home, you share your dreams, and you're supposed to share a future. But what happens when one partner is secretly playing a different game? What happens when one of you is making financial moves in the shadows, running up debt, or hiding assets without the other's knowledge? This isn't just a disagreement about budgeting, it's a fundamental breakdown of the partnership. It creates a secret life within the marriage, and secrets are like a cancer to a relationship. This silent epidemic is growing because we live in a world that makes it incredibly easy to keep financial secrets, and we're taught from a young age that talking about money is impolite or stressful. So we avoid it. We pretend everything is fine, but ignoring a problem doesn't make it go away, it just gives it more power. It's time to drag this issue out of the shadows and into the light. It's time to get real about how secrets about money are destroying marriages. Because until you can be honest about every single dollar, you can't claim to have a truly honest relationship. The silence is killing you, and it's time to start talking. So, let's get straight to the point. What exactly is financial infidelity? Put simply, it's the act of being dishonest with your spouse about money. It's any financial secret or decision you deliberately hide from your partner. This can range from seemingly small things, like hiding a few shopping bags in the back of the closet, to major betrayals like secretly opening a new credit card, taking out a loan, gambling away savings, or hiding a secret bank account. The bottom line is this. If you're intentionally concealing financial information from the person you promised to share your life with, you're committing financial infidelity. It's not about the dollar amount, it's about the dishonesty. The real damage here isn't just about the money that's been spent or lost. The real damage is to the trust and security that form the bedrock of a healthy marriage. When you get married, you make a pact. You agree to be a team, to have each other's backs, and to build a life together. That life includes a shared financial future. You plan for retirement, you save for your kids' college, you work toward buying a home. All of these goals depend on a foundation of complete trust. When one partner goes rogue with the finances, it shatters that foundation. The other person is left feeling foolish, betrayed, and completely insecure about their future. Some people try to justify their actions. They might say, "It's my money, I earned it," or "I didn't want to cause a fight," or "I was going to pay it back before they ever found out." Let me be clear, these are just excuses. In a marriage, it stops being my money, and your money, and becomes our money. Every financial decision you make has a ripple effect that impacts your partner and your shared future. Hiding a debt because you're afraid of a fight is a coward's move. It shows you value avoiding a difficult conversation more than you value your partner's right to know the truth about your shared financial reality. Ultimately, financial infidelity is a violation of the sacred trust that holds a marriage together. It creates an unequal partnership where one person has all the information and all the power, while the other is left completely in the dark. It's a betrayal that says, "I don't trust you enough to handle the truth," or worse, "My secrets are more important than our partnership." This isn't just poor money management, it's a deep and painful deception. It forces your partner to question everything they thought was real about your relationship, and that kind of wound doesn't heal easily. It's a betrayal of the highest order. Now, why would someone do this? Why would a person risk their marriage over money? It's not usually because they are a bad person or because they want to hurt their partner. More often than not, it comes from a place of shame, fear, and pressure. We live in a society that screams at us to be successful, to have the best, and to look like we have it all together. There's immense pressure to keep up with the Joneses, or even the people you see on social media who seem to be living perfect, extravagant lives. This pressure can make a person feel like a failure if they can't provide a certain lifestyle, or if they're struggling with debt. This feeling of failure often kicks off what I call a shame cycle. It starts with a financial misstep, maybe overspending on a credit card or making a bad investment. Instead of confessing and dealing with the problem as a team, the person feels ashamed. They think, I can't let my spouse know I messed up. They'll think I'm irresponsible or a failure. This shame leads to secrecy. They decide to hide the bill or lie about the loss, telling themselves they'll fix it on their own. But secrets have a way of growing. One hidden credit card statement leads to another, and soon they're tangled in a web of lies. The deeper they get into debt, the more shame they feel. The more shame they feel, the more they have to lie to cover their tracks. It becomes a vicious, self-perpetuating cycle. They're not just hiding the debt anymore. They're hiding the fact that they've been lying for months or even years. The original problem, the debt itself, gets buried under layers of deception. At this point, the fear isn't just about the money. It's about the catastrophic fallout that will happen when their partner discovers the full extent of their lies. They feel trapped, isolated, and completely overwhelmed by the secret they're carrying. This shame is also tied to control. For some, spending money is a way to feel powerful or to cope with other problems in their life, like stress at work or unhappiness in the relationship. It can become an addiction. They get a temporary high from the purchase, but that's followed by the crash of guilt and shame, which drives them to hide their behavior. They tell themselves they have it under control, but they don't. The secrecy is a symptom of a much larger problem, an inability to face reality and ask for help. They choose to live a lie because they believe the truth is simply too shameful to bear. Let's get real about the world we live in today, in 2026. Hiding financial secrets used to be a lot harder. You had paper bank statements coming in the mail, a shared checkbook on the counter, and phone calls from bill collectors on the family landline. If you were being dishonest with money, the evidence was physical and much more difficult to conceal. But now we live in a digital world that has made financial secrecy easier and more tempting than ever before. The tools for deception are right there in the palm of your hand, on the same smartphone you use to text your spouse, "I love you." Think about it. You can apply for a new credit card online in minutes without a single piece of paper ever coming to your house. You can set up a separate bank account with a few taps on an app and choose paperless statements that go directly to a secret email address. There are payment apps like Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal that allow for quick discrete transactions that may not show up on a shared bank statement in an obvious way. You can even take out a personal loan through a mobile app and have the money deposited directly into a private account. All while sitting on the couch next to your unsuspecting partner. This digital landscape creates a false sense of separation. It makes it easy to think, this is my separate digital financial life, and it has nothing to do with my real, shared life. The lack of a paper trail can make the secret feel less real, less consequential. It's all just numbers on a screen, easily managed and easily hidden. This temptation is powerful, especially for someone already caught in the shame cycle. The ease and privacy of digital finance offer a perfect environment for secrets to grow. The technology itself isn't the problem, but it acts as a powerful enabler for dishonest behavior. Furthermore, the rise of buy now, pay later services has added another layer of temptation. Services like Klarna and Afterpay allow people to make purchases with just a few clicks, breaking down the cost into smaller, seemingly manageable installments. It feels like you're not really spending that much money at the moment. This can lead to a dangerous habit of impulse buying, and because the billing is often handled through an app and email, it's another financial activity that can be easily hidden from a partner. The modern world has, in effect, created a playground for financial infidelity, offering endless ways to keep secrets with just a password and a screen. When the truth about financial infidelity finally comes out, and trust me, it always comes out, the fallout is devastating, and I'm not just talking about the financial crisis it creates. Sure, the secret debt can be a mountain to climb. It can destroy your credit, drain your savings, and put your family's home at risk. It can force you into bankruptcy and set your financial goals back by decades. The financial cost is real, and it is brutal. But the money is only half the story. The emotional and psychological damage caused by the lies is often far more destructive and much harder to repair than any bank account. The discovery of financial infidelity obliterates the trust in a relationship. The betrayed partner is left reeling, questioning everything they thought was true. They start to wonder, if you could lie to me about this for so long, what else have you lied about? Every I love you, every shared memory, every plan for the future suddenly becomes tainted by the deception. The very foundation of the marriage cracks. The sense of being a team is gone, replaced by the sickening feeling that you've been living with a stranger, a person who is leading a double life right under your nose. This isn't just a disappointment, it's a fundamental betrayal of the partnership. This breakdown of trust kills intimacy. How can you be vulnerable and emotionally open with someone you don't trust? The betrayed partner often becomes a detective in their own home, checking phone records, looking at bank statements, and constantly questioning their spouse's whereabouts and spending. The relationship turns into a cat-and-mouse game of suspicion and surveillance. The spontaneous joy and easy comfort of the partnership are replaced by anxiety, resentment, and a constant fear of the next lie. The home, which should be a safe haven, becomes a source of stress and emotional pain. For the person who was betrayed, the emotional toll can be immense, leading to anxiety, depression, and a shattered sense of self-worth. They may feel foolish for not seeing the signs, or angry at themselves for trusting so completely. For the person who was hiding the secrets, the revelation can bring a strange mix of relief and crushing guilt. They no longer have to carry the burden of the lie, but now they must face the person they've hurt and the wreckage they've created. The cost of these lies is a profound emotional bankruptcy that can leave both partners feeling isolated, broken, and unsure if their marriage can ever recover. So, your marriage has been hit by the truck of financial infidelity. Is it over? Is it a death sentence for the relationship? Not necessarily, but let me be blunt. You can't fix a problem this big with a simple, "I'm sorry" and a promise to do better. You have to get radical. The only antidote to secrecy is complete, total, and what I call radical transparency. This means everything comes out into the open. Every debt, every account, every credit card, every single financial secret gets laid out on the table. There can be no more hiding. The person who was dishonest must give up all control and access until trust can be rebuilt. This process is going to be painful. It requires the lying partner to face their shame, head on, and answer every single question their spouse has, no matter how difficult. It means handing over passwords to all accounts, cutting up secret credit cards, and agreeing to a total financial lockdown. For the betrayed partner, it requires them to listen, to try and understand the why behind the behavior without excusing it, and to decide if they are willing to even consider forgiveness. This isn't about punishment, it's about creating a new foundation of absolute honesty. This level of transparency is non-negotiable if you want to save your marriage. Once you've exposed all the secrets and committed to honesty, you have to create a new system for managing your money as a team. This is where the concept of a financial date night comes in. I want you to schedule a regular time, maybe once a week or every 2 weeks, to sit down together and talk about money. This isn't a time for blaming or fighting. It's a calm, focused meeting where you review your budget, track your spending, check in on your financial goals, and plan for upcoming expenses. You make it a date, pour a glass of wine, order some takeout, and treat it like a positive, proactive team meeting. During these financial date nights, you practice open communication. You celebrate your wins, like paying off a chunk of debt or sticking to your budget. You also calmly discuss your challenges, like an unexpected car repair or a week where you overspent on groceries. The goal is to make talking about money a normal, routine, and even positive part of your relationship. This practice slowly rebuilds trust by creating a consistent track record of honesty. It turns money from a source of conflict and secrets into a tool for teamwork and shared success. It takes work, and it takes courage, but it's the only way to heal the wound and move forward together. Let's bottom line this. Financial infidelity is not a small issue. It is a cancer that will eat away at the love, trust, and security of your marriage until there is nothing left. It turns partners into adversaries and a shared home into a battleground of secrets and lies. You cannot build a future on a foundation of deception. It will crumble, and it will take you and your family down with it. You might think you're protecting your partner from stress or protecting yourself from shame, but what you're actually doing is planting a bomb in the middle of your relationship and lighting the fuse. It's not a matter of if it will explode, but when. You have a choice to make, right now. You can continue down the path of secrecy, digging yourself into a deeper hole of debt and deception, and risk losing everything you hold dear. You can keep telling yourself you'll fix it later, that you have it under control, while the problem grows bigger and the lies get heavier every single day. Or, you can make a different choice. You can choose courage over cowardice. You can choose to face the music, no matter how scary it seems. You can choose to turn to your partner and say, "We have a problem, and I need your help. I have not been honest, and I am ready to tell you everything." This conversation will be one of the hardest you will ever have. There will be tears, there will be anger, and there will be pain. But on the other side of that painful truth is the only possible path to healing. It's your only shot at rebuilding the trust you've broken and saving your marriage. For those of you who suspect your partner might be hiding something, it's time to stop ignoring the red flags. It's time to ask the hard questions and demand the truth, because you deserve a partner who respects you enough to be honest. You deserve a relationship built on a solid foundation, not on sand. Your marriage is the most important partnership you will ever have. Don't let money, a tool that is supposed to serve you, become a weapon that destroys you. Choose honesty. Choose transparency. Start having those financial date nights. Make talking about money as normal as talking about your day. Protect your partnership by treating it with the respect and honesty it deserves. The choice is yours. You can let secrets poison your relationship from the inside out, or you can make the brave choice to live in the light of truth. That's your wake-up call. Don't hit the snooze button.